Over the last decade or so, our expectations for luxury sedans have been honed and defined by high rollers from Europe, particularly those boasting Teutonic pedigrees and autobahn development. So when a $70,000 sedan rolls onto the scene with more than 400 horsepower on tap, we're conditioned to anticipate athletic responses and 0 to 60 miles per hour in a pretty serious hurry. High's robust V8 power, handsome interior, limousine rear seat, smooth operator. Low's soft by sport sedan standards, resolute and austere, lengthy braking distances. The Q70 resides atop Infiniti's sedan hierarchy, and the long wheelbase Q70L is at the top of the top, unless you place a higher value on the Q70 hybrid, which Infiniti does not. In all, the Q70 offers 2 wheelbases, 2 engine options, and the choice of rear or all-wheel drive. It's hard to find fault with the Q70's interpretation of luxury. The V8-powered Q70L's list of standard features includes heated leather seats with power lumbar adjustment up front, a heated leather steering wheel with power tilting telescoping adjustability, ashwood trim, puddle lamps, an 8.0-inch touchscreen with navigation and voice recognition, and a 10-speaker Bose audio system. Roominess is a component of luxury, and that's what the L version is all about. The 120.1-inch wheelbase is 5.9 inches longer than that of the standard Q70, and the car stretches 202 inches in length overall. All of those additional inches have been deeded over to the rear cabin, yielding stretch-out legroom in the back seat. The $1,700 upcharge $1,500 on the V6 Q70 for that extra space works out to a little more than $288 per inch. If you're NBSIs, it's definitely worth it. Relaxed performance, but on the performance part of the performance luxury equation, the Q70 scores as just okay. Equipped with the optional 416 horsepower V8 engine of 330 horsepower 3.7-litre V6 is standard and all-wheel drive, plus the additional wheelbase, our Q70L test car weighed more than 2 tons, 4,174 pounds. That's substantial, but an Audi A6 with a supercharged 3.0-litre V6 and all-wheel drive is even heavier. So burdened, the Q70's V8 propels it to 60 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds and through the quarter mile in 14.1 at 103 miles per hour. Oddly enough, the A6 we tested, 4,242 pounds, 340 horsepower, was quicker, 5.2 seconds to 60, 13.7 at 105 in the quarter mile. In fact, the 6-cylinder Q70L with all-wheel drive that we tested in 2015 trailed the V8 version to 60 by only 0.1 second. The V8 asserted itself versus its V6 stablemate as speeds climbed, but the Q70 competes in a market awash with rides capable of 60 miles per hour sprints of less than 5 seconds. Some of them substantially less. The Q70's performance sedan credentials also are diminished by the absence of shift paddles. The 7-speed automatic is smooth and responsive in full automatic operation, and it delivers brisk shifts manually, achieved by moving the lever fore and aft. It's at its best in sport mode, but paddles would improve its operation. We suspect that most owners put the shift lever in drive and forget it. Unhurried responses like the transmission, the Q70's all-around operational character isn't exactly what we associate with contemporary sports sedans, luxury or otherwise. Even in sport mode the other choices are snow, eco, and standard. The suspension allows a little more up and down motion than is common among the autobahn misters, turn-in isn't exactly eager, and braking distances, 178 feet from 70 miles per hour, are so-so. That distance, incidentally, was achieved with the optional high-performance brake setup, part of a $3,300 premium select package that includes 4-piston front calipers and 2-piston rear calipers. With the V8 engine, the Q70L has a hefty forward weight bias, 55.4% on the front wheels. Predictably, it contributes to understeer. Our track sheet describes it as mild on the skid pad, but vigorous public road flogging moves the understeer needle up to moderate or high moderate. All the foregoing is rooted in how the Q70L stacks up against contemporary sports sedans. Assessed simply as a pleasant, handsomely furnished way to get from home to wherever, the story is more positive. The steering rates better scores for effort and tactility than in our 2015 test, ride quality is supple, interior noise levels are low, and the V8 emits a satisfying snarl in sport mode. The dynamic bottom line is a car that rates as okay for those who prioritize luxurious comfort above other attributes. But it's not so okay if one aspires to a higher dynamic standard. Cosmetics are important, too, and the Q70's styling can be characterized as attractive and distinctive. However, that characterization has been true since the car's 2011 introduction. The look was fashioned for model year 2015, but even so it's becoming a little too familiar. And the Q70 will roll into 2018 unchanged. Through July, Infiniti has sold 3,658 Q70s in the United States this year, almost identical to the same period in 2016. It's the weakest sales performance by any of the brand's products. In a softening sedan market, it will be interesting to see what Infiniti has planned for its flagship four-door.